And welcome back. Tears of the Kingdom, here we go. Let me bring the volume up a little bit. Get my head a little more out of the way. Hopefully that's good. Switch our category over to, I suppose. Alright. I think everything is properly updated now. So, where we left off, I just discovered this side quest where we have to find and wear their 3 suits, their 3 outfits by set. Alright, there's these Ember headdress and trousers, charged shirt, and oh, I only have the charged shirt. Oh, there's the Ember set. Actually, oh, never mind. I saw this 2 here, and I thought I have 2 of this headdress. Wait a moment, I don't have 4 of these pants. Wow, I forgot what everything means in this game. But anyway, there's this Ember set, this Charge set, and this Frostbite set, and I need all 3 pieces of each of them. And I actually have no idea how I'm going to go about finding them. So, might be a long night. The game indicated to me that the sensor might be of use. Yeah. What is Shrine of Light? What are you doing? Game, please stop. I don't know. I don't know if this is anything I can actively do. If we can crack all the riddles in this code, I'm sure that even greater discoveries await us, but I'm very interested in that clothing you found. Who knows? It might not be the only chest with garb like that inside.
Oh.
The treasure chest you opened had a genuine garment from the Age of Legends. What's more, it matches the garb. Oh. Okay. So this is actually dialogue we've read before, I think. Wear the electric garb hidden at the long-necked dragons. Wear the electric garb hidden at long-necked dragons along the wide-mouthed forest serpent. Offer Zonai charge to the altar at the tail. Oh, they all three of these might be here in this area.
Hmm? Oh.
All right. Well, what the game wants me to do. Sensor. Sensor. Pick from compendium. And we're going to target treasure chests. Yeah, that's just a regular old treasure chest. Alright, well, let's look at the map. Where are we here? Oh! Yeah, there's like something else on the other side over here. I think. Is Link short or is this guy tall? I don't know. I don't know, like... I don't know how to scale different characters in the game. This is not the real Link, he's an imposter. OOT Link is real? That's a weird way to abbreviate a link to the past. Oh, I wanted that bow. There's no timeline for Zelda. I don't want to hear it, Derek says. I agree. I think all the games in the Zelda series happen in alphabetical order. That's my timeline. A Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker? Ocarina of Time and the Wind Waker cannot take place in the same timeline, Mile Hyrule. That's impossible. They contradict each other. Hey, Master Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. In Ocarina of Time, Link's outfit has white sleeves underneath. And in the Wind Waker, the hero's outfit has green sleeves underneath. So clearly they're not from the same timeline. You pretend the contradictions are not real. I can't ignore that. It's right there in front of me. This is Link himself we're talking about, not some side character that we could easily ignore. Oh, I'm getting close to a treasure chest. Charged trousers. Let's go. Alright, so this quest is easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to scour the entire Earth for ages to find every one of these pieces, like one at a time, spread out across the land. But they're all just right here, so we'll be okay. What, that was enough to electrocute me? I don't think so. Oh no. This is a very nice bow. Very powerful. I enjoy it quite a bit. Welcome in. Itanaru Sasunaru Fox. Hopefully I got that close to right. I'm not the best reader. But welcome in. Happy to have you with us. We all have our own canon, Mile High Rule says. Mile canon. And Mile canon, pro wrestling is real and not scripted. Welcome in. Okayako. Pleasure to have you here as well. This game is so incredibly boring. I have a pretty good time with it. Sorry it hasn't been to your liking. I don't think the Zelda series really needs canon or whatever. I just like the game separate, Derek says. Yeah, I don't really worry too much about, like, the timeline stuff. None of that's very important to me. I don't think Nintendo should, I don't think Nintendo should worry about, like, sticking to, like, a strict, coherent, I mean, they haven't ever stuck to a strict, coherent timeline. But, I don't think it's a bad thing that they haven't. And I don't think they need to change that or anything. I'm alright with the games, you know. I think with each game they should just make the decisions that are best for each game without worrying about, like, having their hands tied by things that came before. Which is what they kind of do. The most important question is, where does Mario Kart fit in the Zelda timeline? I always liked the idea of Link's Awakening happening in the middle of Zelda 2 on the NES. There's halfway through Zelda 2, you use a raft to sail from one continent to another, and it doesn't really fit perfectly, but I kind of like that idea since that's like a point where Link goes sailing, and there's like a gap in the story where something else could happen. I think it's kind of cool to fit Link's Awakening in there. Do you like Link's Awakening? I love Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening is wonderful. Link's Awakening would probably be my Link's Awakening would probably be my favorite 2D Zelda game if it had only been made for the Super Nintendo instead of the Game Boy. Being on the Game Boy kind of makes Link's Awakening a lot of what it is, so like that universe isn't really possible, but some of the poor quality of life in that game that results from it being on the Game Boy it gets pretty rough. Yeah, I played the Switch version. The Switch version's alright. I think it's fine. You know, like, I like having more than 2 buttons and stuff. The look of it is, like, I'm kind of mixed on. Nintendo really likes that Toys to Life look, and, like, in some parts of that game it looks pretty good, but I don't know. I'm always gonna be attached to the original 8-bit graphics, so like it's like I can't really be super objective about it. There's too much stuff going on, and I'm tired of being electrocuted. I also can't, for whatever reason, just cannot consistently face the same direction. I mean, turned around and discombobulated. You haven't played the Switch version, only the DX version? Yeah, and that's, when I say original, that's actually what I mean. I didn't play the black and white original Link's Awakening. I played the DX version too. The Broncos won another wild game tonight, Malhyro says. Hats off to your team. One of my favorite games might be getting a collection. Felix the Cat. There are multiple Felix the Cat games. Oh, that wasn't, I thought that was mine that I dropped. I mean, I went to the tail of the river. I didn't see any thing that looked like an altar. Wish I could put the altar on my sensor. No, stay away from me. Did you play the NES game, Felix the Cat? I've never played a Felix the Cat game. But that's the one, Felix the Cat on the NES is one of your favorite games? Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I've missed out on that one. Is this what I'm looking for? It might be an altar. Alright. Clothing. Ta-da! Victory. It's in your top 50. Oh, this is very cool. What? No, that gets rid of the storm? Oh, that's horrible. I spent 100,000 years wandering in that island in the impossible to see black fog. What a what a miserable way to play. Calip, did you see that? Lightning struck that dragon pillar too. I remember being gobsmacked that there was, in fact, an intended time to go through that. I mean, I thought for sure. I thought that there would be some way to clear the fog or a tool that would help us manage it, and I just never found it. But, like, actually seeing it, like, that's what happens when you refuse to do any of the story. Calip, did you see that? Lightning struck that dragon pillar, too. Is someone in those ruins? Oh, it's you again. We think a terrible lightning strike hit here, but I'm glad to see you weren't hurt.
Oh.
I've never seen lightning strike like that, and even stranger, the dragon statue's eyes seemed to glow just before it. Link, if you know anything about this, fill us in on what happened. Unbelievable. A mechanism in the ancient ruins got rid of the thunderclouds and revealed some new sky islands. Great catch, another amazing discovery on the books. In fact, I'd say it's the haul of the century. It's a significant discovery, to be sure. I'd like to go investigate further, but we have no way of getting up there. You're right. That doesn't make it any less exciting, though. We need to report this to Pura right away. Calip, I'm going back to Kakariko Village. I want to write up the recent events around the floating ring ruin in a report for Pura. You should stick around here and conduct a thorough investigation, find out if there are any more discoveries to be made. Remain here? You mean alone? Yes, even if we can't get up to the sky, there's so much to discover on land. It's our duty to unravel all of it. You can do this, Calip. Wants me to investigate alone. Field work isn't my strongest suit, but this may be my chance to make a historic discovery. Right. Leave this to me, Taro. I'll begin preparing at once. I'll need to head back to our base of operations for a bit first. Hey, alright. So, we're done with this? Just nearby. Oh, oh. Let's go. I need to go back and look around with no fog, but I've already found everything. I will go up there and take a little bit of a look around, but I really don't think there's much else to do up there. There's probably some treasure chests, some like minor treasure chests I haven't opened. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. It's hard to decide what my worst bow is. Maybe the Minish are up there. That would be amazing. I suppose the no rain couldn't last forever. Oh yeah. This statue in here had a job for me too. I don't remember what it was. I think I'm supposed to go look for something in Gerudo Valley. Devout swordsman who offers his prayers, hear my plea. I can no longer sense the presence of the Mother Goddess statue which dwells in the vast canyon. I would ask you to go to that land and bring tidings to me of the Mother Goddess statue. Please, I beg of you. The vast canyon. It's gotta be Gerudo Canyon, right? What other... I don't think another canyon even exists. Oh, this is a canyon too. Tanagar Canyon. Which is more great? Which is more vast? Alright, well, let's see. What other canyons are there? Glass Canyon. Well, I guess we'll go look around over here. I've never gone up here to the top of Spectacle Rock. There's tons of places I've never been. Never been over here either. I've been playing the game for so long, though, that the hero's path can't even show my entire path anymore. The first several hours have been chopped off. I mean, that was all stuff up in the sky anyway, so... And I've done... Look at this! Look at what the hero's path looks like over here. In the, this is the Stormcloud Islands. The place where the Stormcloud just went away. Look at how much I had to go through here. In the dark. I couldn't see a thing. There's still some places I never even really touched, too. But just a few. That's such a mess. I probably spent more time here than anywhere else in the entire game. I never made it over to whatever that is, though. Wild. I know there's a lot down here I've never been to. Yeah, a whole wide open area here. Whatever this is. Looks like I've been through there. Never mind. Unless that's showing me the world above. Oh, it does. It does show you the other. Okay. But still, what a mess. That's horrific. I mean, it looks like we've done a pretty good job at least kind of going most everywhere. Clearly, I could go around here. But it looks pretty filled in. Oh, I hate wandering around in the desert. I hate having to change my clothes every 2 seconds. Yeah, it counts the path from the very start of the game. If it counted the path from the time I got it, it would be very, very short because I got it really late into the game. Oh no, it's a Gleeok over there. Disgusting. I defeated the King Gleeok in the Gleeok Den the last time we played. For anyone who wasn't here for that. I can't get back up there quickly because the Leok is covering too much of it. Found our loot. Easy. Yeah, it's pretty cheesy and terrible, my strategy, but you know what? This guy is such a beast that I'm just gonna be proud of it anyway. This does it. Last hit. Let's go. Easy game. I actually did take pictures of this stuff before. I don't remember doing that. Alright, good work, gang. I've got this from here. Excuse you, Boulder. Yahaha. For a moment, I actually thought the yahaha wasn't going to happen. bunch of tumbleweeds. I have no idea where this mother goddess statue is. Not the slightest clue. Nearby down location. Huh? Is it this? This is what it was sensing? Well, I'm not gonna complain about $50. Ooh. That's the Yiga clan hideout. It's a mine over there. I've been through here. Like, I felt pretty thoroughly. Where are you? If it's not, like, in the canyon, but is in, like, a cave off to the side of a canyon. Then I'm in big trouble. It seems like it could be at the, like, in the temple, right? But we've been through the temple. I don't remember a goddess statue in the temple. But I don't really remember anything about the temple. Pat yourself on the back for making it here. That's no mean feat. The old cliff in this area crumbled during the upheaval. The debris completely blocked off the road I used to walk. Luckily, they made a new one. If you're going to the Dig Dog suspension bridge, use that. I have a feeling I'll search for this thing for hours and never find it. Good evening, or as the Gerudo say in their language, Sab Saba. I made sure to commit that to memory. I sometimes see islands floating around in the sky. Little islands remind me of schools of fish, and they are big round islands that look like me. You know, there could be plants and animals we've never seen before living on those islands. I want to go there. There we go. There's some goodies. Treasure chest out there in the, oh. I don't know why that box is committed to making me miserable. What did I ever do to it? Alright, I'll take some arrows. Nothing bad about that. I think that statue needed to give me some better directions. Nothing going on up here? Excuse me. What is this? Just sand leaking out of the wall for no reason? What's going on here? I recognize that landmark. You haven't seen a goddess statue, have you? That shape really draws my eye. Do you think it's a natural formation, or maybe? Ah, it's you. The nights are cruel in this region. If you don't light a fire, the cold will sap your strength away. Interested in my painting process, are you? I'm fascinated by that small island up there. We've read this dialogue before. Oh, I don't know what to do, my friends. Been given the very, like, vaguest possible, piece of information to work off of. Goddess statue in the vast canyon. Well, nothing immediately jumped out to me in that canyon. Why don't we take a look at another canyon? Some free fire fruit. Oh, it's down inside the temple here. Of course. Hey, Waz, welcome in. Good to see you. I feel like it's been a little while, so I hope you've been doing well. We are doing a little bit of side questing tonight. Oh, I see. Here we go. Best I can do is doing okay. Worked over 60 hours last week. My goodness. That sounds like a brutal week. Hey, Angelus, welcome in. It was a week for sure. Thank you for the raid, Angelus. Tell us about your stream, if you would, please. I'd love to know what you were working on tonight and how it went for you. We were playing some Splatterhouse again earlier, and I'm doing pretty good at that game now. I can, on normal mode, I can pretty much beat it every time I try now. We even got another 1 credit clear, so that's going really well. Hard mode is still a catastrophe, though. I'm not any closer to my goal in hard mode at all. And we're doing a little bit of side questing. In Tears tonight. I think I'm actually, the game is like, kind of told me that I can go fight Ganon anytime now, which I'm interested in doing, but I want to take care of these last few side quests first, so I don't know if that's going to be tonight or not. Maybe, because I'm thinking about playing for about 2.5 more hours. So... if I can wrap these quests up somewhat quickly, then, you know, I imagine I'll probably only need an hour to go fight Ganon. Very nice bow, I'll take that. And Angela says, Mega Man Maker went great. Very glad to hear that, Angelus. I'd like to make some more time for Mega Man. We need to do Mega Man 2 and 3 on the stream at some point. But probably won't be until next year. In honor of the re-release of Super Mario RPG on the Switch, I'm going to play Super Mario Brothers for the NES. Never beat that game as a kid. I predict it will go poorly. Mario 1 can be a little challenging, but I have confidence in you. I think that you could, I think you could make it through. Most of the game isn't too hard. Yeah, I mean, it gets pretty tough later on. Gets a little tough in the last couple worlds, but yeah, most of it's pretty reasonable. I'm kind of super familiar with it, so like I usually make it through all right, but it's from tons and tons of playing. Oh, yeah, I'm... Right. No, I'm just gonna go back to the same... I'm going in circles, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yuck, I don't even want the hat. Are you... Is this a goddess statue over here? Oh no, it's just some random pillar. Yuck. Are those Sunday lions? They are. Okay, there's no statues in here. Alright, well, the temple was a bust. Yeah, like 8-4, if you don't know your way through, is that can take a while. Because yeah, it's a complete maze, that one. Yeah, there's a couple of castles like that have a maze-like quality for sure. Probably 3, I would say, total in the game. All these treasure chests and just stuff I don't have any room in my pockets for. I don't think that I've ever saw a statue in the canyon. Hey, those enemies shouldn't have respawned. There hasn't been a blood moon. This game is untrustworthy. chest, probably in the cave. It's not really something I actually need at the moment, probably. Oh my goodness, there's just so many enemies. Can't get a break. That tells me where to go. It is over here. Well, I'm glad I checked that. I didn't think it was actually gonna... I didn't actually think it was gonna give me a waypoint. I thought that I just wanted to read the description of the quest because I was hoping that maybe it rephrased what the statue said in a way that I would figure out which canyon it was. But then it just pointed me to it, so life got real easy. Thank goodness. No, no statue up here. I guess it's inside. I did start playing Cat Quest last week during the few breaks I had. Fun game. Perfect on the Switch. I don't know of this game. What is what is Cat Quest? What type of game is it? I'm a big fan of cats. Oh my goodness, it's this thing. I walked right by it. The goddess statue has been toppled. That's it? It's an RPG, kind of sort of Zelda-like, a light RPG from 2017. It's pretty charming, though. If I remember, maybe I'll see about adding it to my wish list. Oh, well, this one's easy. It's actually attached on the ground already. We just have to put one boulder here, I think. But that's silly. Why doesn't every sign he makes have a foot? If this one has a foot, they should all just have a foot. And with that, I'm off. He's trying his best. Oh, Korok incoming. Easy, Korok. Let's go. Alright. Is this true? The goddess statue in that canyon has toppled. These are ill tidings, devout swordsman. That is the mother goddess statue. I implore you to help me restore her. Seek the golden spirit Faroche, who looses lightning as she dances across the heavens. When you have gained ferocious claw, offer it at this spring. A spirit who takes the form of a great golden dragon, long in shape. Look to the western skies, and you may find Faroche there. Devout swordsman, lend me your aid. I speak of the sharp claws charged with lightning on the tips of the golden spirit's limbs. One who approaches too closely puts themselves at great risk. Shoot from afar, and a fragment should fall safely to the earth. Alright. Do I have this? I don't think I do. I think I only have scales from the dragons. Yeah. Statue told me to look to the west, and so what do? I immediately go to the east. I'm not seeing any signs of any dragons. Well, if the dragons just aren't around, I don't know that there's a whole lot that I can do in the meantime. So I might just need to go do something else for a while and come back later. Love the lighting in this. Oh, wait. There's a dragon. Let's go. Oh, that was terrible. I warped to a bad spot. Never mind. That worked out fine. We're coming for you, dragon. Watch, it's gonna give me another scale instead of a claw. I'll try to be real careful about where I aim, but... Victory! Let's go! Thank you for the GG. There you go. Thank you, devout swordsman. I have sent a measure of my strength to the Mother Goddess statue. For this pious deed, I shall bestow upon you a small blessing. Topaz. There are 2 other goddess statues who guard springs as I do. For the sake of the Mother Goddess statue, I ask that you assist them as well. Well, that was a lot of work for, that was a lot of work for just a little bit of topaz. Okay, so that's the Spring of Courage. Now, question for myself. Have I even found the other springs? I think the Spring of Power is in Akala. I don't remember. It'll be somewhere. Include well, the Spring of Wisdom is going to be somewhere in the Nehru area. Right. Hey, Baron Metz, thank you for the alert. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I have to ask you an extremely important question. Now there's a correct answer, so you can have a few minutes to think before I pose the question. How can I... Well, thank you for giving me time to think before you pose the question, but... But I don't see how that helps me. What am I supposed to think about? Tuesday. Did you forget which direction time flows again? I will be happy to attempt to answer your question Tuesday. On the one hand, I think I would be interested to see what you think is an appropriate answer to a question you don't know anything about. Especially one that I'll need several minutes to think about. This might be it. I don't remember what that is. I don't know. Let's just see about that. Star Wars, Star Trek, or Stargate? Alright, well, here's the thing. Stargate I've experienced nothing of. Never seen anything Stargate. related. So, you know what's interesting? Waz suggested you could think about how cool outer space is, and the question was about outer space. That was actually a useful suggestion. It's Spaceballs. Was suggested I time traveled. So I can't say Stargate because I don't know anything about it. And then like Star Trek, Star Wars. Yeah, I guess I'm more of a Star Wars guy. I've watched a little bit of Star Trek, not a whole lot. The thing about Star Trek is it's so overwhelming. There's like a dozen movies, and there's all these different TV series that have infinite seasons, and it's just, there's 100,000 hours to consume if you want to get into Star Trek, and it's just like, Star Wars is like, it's great. Like, there are 3 movies, and that's it. You can enjoy all of Star Wars in like an afternoon, but Star Trek takes years to digest. Yeah, here we go. I think I like Star Trek more in concept than Star Wars, but enjoy watching Star Wars more, Waz says. If that makes any sense. Devout swordsman who offers his prayers, will you help me to restore the Mother Goddess statue? Seek the red spirit Dinral, wreathed in flame as she dances across the heavens. When you have gained Dinral's claw, offer it at this spring. A spirit who takes the form of a great red dragon, long in shape. Look to the sky north of Death Mountain, and you may find Dinral there. I speak of the sharp claws wreathed in flame on the tips of the spirit's red limbs. One who approaches too closely puts themselves at great risk. Shoot from afar, and a fragment should fall safely to the earth. Alright. Basically, you're just going to do the exact same thing we just did. Oh, there's not a convenient place up in the sky. I'd definitely go Stargate first every time. I was raised on it, and we own every episode of all 3 series on DVD and the 2 modern movies. Don't have the original movie, though, Tuesday says. I also haven't seen any Stargate, so I can't say anything to that. Yeah, I actually own a season of Stargate on Blu-ray. I've never watched it, but I bought a Blu-ray of a season of Stargate because it cost only $1. But I've never made the time. I've never made the time to try and watch it. Ooh, look at this. I had perfect timing. The dragon is right here. Claw acquired. That went very smoothly. Listener of Origins, since that's on stream, and we don't talk about Stargate Infinity, nobody talks about Infinity. Someone from the God of War reboot was in Stargate? Jason Momoa was in Stargate Atlantis. Seems appropriate to me. Excuse me. Oh, there. I walked right by it. Oh, it's in the ground. I guess that was worth stopping by for. Leave me alone. Oh, there's a treasure chest right up there. Watch, I'm not even going to take this moblin out. I'm just going to come up here. I'm just going to steal his treasure and run away. He'll have to live forever humiliated. Feeling the shame of knowing that I stole his treasure and disappeared into the night. While he was standing guard, mere inches away from it. Thank you, devout swordsman. I've sent a measure my strength to the Mother Goddess statue. For this pious deed, I shall bestow upon you a small blessing. There's one last goddess statue who guards a spring as I do. For the sake of the Mother Goddess statue, I ask that you assist her as well. Alright, so the last spring, here's the thing. I don't know where it is. I feel like it's got to be somewhere connected to the Luneru area. But maybe over here? I don't know. I'm just assuming it's going to be visible is the thing. If it's indoors somewhere, then not a whole lot I can do about that. Hey, Rafnir, welcome in. Finally get to spin points. Hey, thank you for the wheel. Let's just wait till we're on the other side of our teleport here and we'll give that a spin. put on some warmer clothes too. I mean, I'm about to eat something from the Wheel of Scorchin. That should be enough to keep Link warm, right? Hope you're doing well, Rafnir, by the way. I appreciate you joining us tonight. We got... what is it? I can't even read it. Garlic herb. Oh, nice. This is actually a very mild hot sauce. All of the hot sauces on our wheel are these cute little bottles from a set called The Good Hurt Fuego. And currently the offerings on the wheel are all very mild, but as we use them up and replace them with other ones over time, they will become quite hot one day. So we're just going to load up a Triscuit cracker with a generous pour of the sauce. And really just enjoy. It's not a... the garlic herb sauce, it has a delicious garlicky flavor, but it's... and it's got some sort of pepper in it. I think it's got cayenne pepper in it. But it's very, very modest heat. Shout out to garlic. I love garlic. I'm like Wario. I eat whole bulbs of garlic. Sauce is very runny. I don't want to pour it all over everything. I do want to try and load my cracker as generously as I can. And there's virtually no heat. There's a little bit of heat. There's a little bit of heat at the very tail end, but virtually no heat. It is bright and acidic and very garlicky. So nothing to complain about. Another delicious sauce. But very mild for the wheel. Music goes well with the hot sauce tasting. So I mentioned that my dog wasn't doing so well over the weekend, but he seems to be getting better. We gave him, he was having digestive problems. He was making some messes. We were having to walk him every hour or two. That's a lot of times to go outside for a walk. Like 10 times a day is a lot of walks. But it was either that or clean his cage. His crate. Over and over again. So he wasn't doing very well, but we got him some over-the-counter medicine, and we got some pumpkin. I read a couple different things that are supposed to be good for canine regularity. And the first thing I tried, someone suggested rice water, and that didn't seem to help at all. But the pumpkin has made a tremendous difference. I think he's going to be eating pumpkin every day for the rest of his life. Because that seems like a miracle food. So yeah, he's doing much better for those who wanted an update. But another amusing thing that happened in relation to the doggo was I cut my hair under this beanie. I don't have any hair. I buzzed it all off, as we do from time to time. But after I buzzed all my hair off, Arthur was afraid of me. He he didn't know who I was. He didn't know who I was. Uh, he'd never seen me. He'd never seen me without hair. So that was a little bit amusing. The spring is right here. Alright, well, I can't complain about that. Poor Puck. My beanie wasn't sitting right when I put it back on. I don't know what was up with it. That's more comfortable. Your beanie is adorable. Thank you. It's one of my favorites. This was a I think a Christmas gift from Jelly last Christmas. Probably my favorite one. My favorite beanie is I've got a Zelda one. It's blue and gray Zelda beanie. It's my favorite. It's the most comfortable of all the beanies I have. This one's very nice. Kirby is adorable. This beanie's a little more snug than that one. I like that other one because it fits very loose on my head. Devout swordsman who offers his prayers, will you help me to restore the Mother Goddess statue? Seek the blue spirit, Nadra, who chills the air around her as she dances across the heavens. Alright, it's the same dialogue every time, just with a few words swapped out, so I'm just gonna click through it. It's silly, I've got to teleport just a few feet away, but that's a wall of, like, sheer ice, which I can't climb, so... Teleport it is. Actually, I should have just teleported. I should have teleported up to an island. I'll probably get a better view from here, though. There's nothing. There's nothing to help me out here. She's so far away. I'm watching you, dragon. Hope this is the right dragon. Yeah, he's doing a lot better. He was having a lot of digestive issues over the weekend, but we got him some over-the-counter medicine, and we started feeding him a lot of pumpkin. Someone told me pumpkin is really good for dogs, and so we started mixing that into his food, and he's a lot better. Knock on wood. Light rice and boiled chicken is good too. Yeah, I tried rice water. Someone told me to mix rice water into his food, and I tried that, but unfortunately that didn't yield any immediate results. I didn't try actual rice though. I think I read potatoes too, that dogs can eat potatoes. You have to make sure you take the skin off of the potatoes, though, for dogs, I think. If you make that, you can save the rice water. It's good for extra support. I've been eating just a diet pretty much exclusively of kibble and peanut butter. Watching dogs eat peanut butter is a great joy. Yeah, we got some of those rubber Krongs. We've got them in we got a couple of them kind of in rotation. We give him one every other day or so with some peanut butter inside, usually frozen. So he gets to work on it for a while. Yeah. That's what we like to do. We kind of have to. The peanut butter that we get for him is like really runny. So like we kind of need to freeze it anyway. You should make a pilgrimage there in tribute. Alright. That is exactly what we'll do. Alright, hey. Yeah, statue's looking good. Devout swordsman who offers his prayers, I'm deeply grateful for the aid you have provided to the statues of the springs. In recognition of your wisdom, power, and courage, I should like to present you a sword. Kindly organize your belongings so that another sword may fit among them. Return to me once this is done. Oh, okay. White Sword of the Sky. A sword said to have once belonged to a hero from the sky. Its beautiful white blade stands out. When it's wielded, a strange yet heavenly breeze kicks up around you. Go and bring peace to this world. Alright, hey, we got a cool sword. Alright. So that's a big side quest taken care of, but we're still, I think, not done side questing. Time is it? We got about an hour and a half left tonight. It might be time to try and go fight Ganon. Fingers crossed. I don't know how long these the goings on with the ring ruins here are going to last. Are you okay? Link, this is my home, or rather it used to be. It was partially destroyed by the falling ruins. I said I didn't care what they did with it after that and set off on a journey. Big mistake. I thought they'd just remove the rubble. I didn't think they'd go and build a research facility here. Sorry to see me like that. I was just a little shocked to see my home or transformed like that. But if my home is useful as a place of research for my village, I'm thrilled. I, Kato, am happy to donate my house. Right on. I don't know where Taro hangs out. Impa? Well, if it isn't Link, I'm always pleased to find you in good health. I only just came back to the village myself. I've been thinking of those glimpses you had of the light dragons, or rather Princess Zelda's memories. It seems as though that must be an omen of some kind. The village is now in pious hands as chief, so I intend to keep looking for a way to restore the princess. You ought to devote your efforts to calming the effects of the upheaval. So, Link, perhaps you recognize what is shown on that screen. Maybe. It's part of our history which must never be forgotten, the Calamity. The Calamity was the demon king of ancient times brought back to existence in the form of hatred manifest. Some of our youths believe the Calamity to be mere legend. You and I know better, of course. Shown here are the royal princess with the power to seal away evil and a warrior chosen by a legendary sword. This image depicts how, using 4 relics called divine beasts built by our ancestors, they drove off the calamity.
Oh.
That reminds me. Simon told me he is teaching the children at Hateno School a lesson about the calamity. The school in Hateno Village to the southeast, not far from here. Why not drop by and take the lesson yourself? I mean, why? I was there. Oh, this won't do. I can't believe I allowed myself to nod off like that. I must keep studying if I have any hope of becoming a great chief like grandmother. Master Link, thank you for waking me. I don't know where Taro is. I need to find him to start the next quest, I think. There he is.
Oh.
Investigating a floating ring ruin was the single biggest discovery in my career, due in part to you, Link. Our ancestors left behind a rich history. It's crucial that we pass that knowledge on to future generations, but any history needs to be accurate, so I intend to continue my work translating Zonai inscriptions. Thank you for all your contributions. Oh, well, never mind. We didn't need to find him. Well, I thought that Taro would send us on a series of little side quests revolving around those outfits. I can't say I understand ancient Hyrulean at all, but I know the joy that comes from brushing up against an unknown world. So I can imagine how excited Wordsworth must be. Right there with him. Hey, Wordsworth gave you some Zonai survey team fabric, right? There's a shop at Hateno Village that makes interesting stuff from bits of fabric like that. You're a bona fide member of the Zonai survey team now, Link. When you use that fabric, it'll show that you're one of us. That did not go to plan. Castle looks wild from here. Alright, well, why don't we go to Hateno Village real quick and see about this calamity lesson. I was going to say, I actually don't even know where the school is. We're good. I have to turn the sensor off. It's gonna drive me up the wall. Help wanted. Apply to become a teacher. Want to show children the joy of learning? No experience necessary. Inquire at the school for more information. Prospective applicants are welcome to sit in on a lesson. Simon. Have we ever been over here to the school before? Yes, yes. What is it? Oh, it's you, Link. Haven't seen you in... Link, you're back? My apologies for the outburst. Clearly, you're back in town then. What of Princess Zelda? Ah, Princess Zelda is still missing, which is the reason you came here alone. That makes more sense. Princess Zelda built this school, you see. She cared so much about the children. I'm sure this would be one of her first stops if she had returned. Right now we're covering history, which was very important to Princess Zelda. We're focusing on Hyrule's history alongside the Calamity. You know, Link, you're welcome to sit in on a lesson if you'd like. Does that guy live in the school? I believe he does. That was disappointing. I expected a good hearty ring. It didn't make a noise at all. Read the student evaluations. Aster is one of Meta's children. She's a very active girl. I believe we have Meta to thank for that charming bob cut she sports. She loves her father and always wants to talk about his comings and goings. Lately, she's been especially focused on the Hylian tomatoes Meta is growing. For a time, she seemed out of sorts after Miss CC bought their house next to the clothing shop. But she was back to her usual bright self soon enough, noting that her new home is cute, colorful, and close to froggy. She has a real knack for finding the silver lining in every situation. Karen is the only daughter of the mayor and his wife. She's kind-hearted but shy and seems to lack self-confidence. She's very perceptive, though. She has a way of seeing right to the core of things. I'm sure you know, Princess, that Mayor Reed has been breeding vegetables to appeal to the younger generation. It was Karen who first noticed that her peers are losing interest in produce. She figured this out based on nothing but the number of customers and total items in stock at the general store. I see her one day becoming a scholar to rival Pura, possibly even surpassing her. Azu is the brother of Ivy from the general store, but to tell you his true identity is Azum, the big-time hero. He and Safaro used to be inseparable. Ever since the dye shop started getting more clients, Azum has been left to patrol after school alone. Although his mother, Amira, one of the town gossips, he keeps a close eye of his own on the goings-on within the village. It may seem like simple child's play, but people really do straighten up when they know they're being watched. As long as he's on patrol, I think we have nothing to fear in Hateno from any would-be evildoers. Safaro is the son of Sage from the dye shop. He's a bit of a firebrand, but also one of my brightest students. After class, he always selects a book to read quietly by himself. He already reads at an adult level and doesn't shy away from difficult subjects, such as the Calamity. The family business has been booming ever since CC came to town, which may make it hard for him to study at home. Sage has an artisan spirit and would rather have his son helping out the store than going to school. Everyone learns differently. I want our school to be a place where children can get an education no matter their needs. I understand you'll be heading soon to Hyrule Castle to investigate the reports of strange phenomena there. I trust you'll be fine with Link at your side. Nevertheless, I can't shake the strange tightness in my chest. It's similar to what I felt right before the calamity, come to think of it. The children know you as Miss Zelda, their beloved teacher and mentor, but I know that Princess Zelda's duties are wider ranging than that. Take care, Princess, and return to us soon. Alright. There's all the intel. Well, good morning to you. Today's lesson concerns Hyrule's history. A thorough understanding of the past is essential if our children hope to build a better future. Alright, well, I plan to sit in on the lesson. When does school actually start? Oh, I missed. Oh, it's so difficult to jump from one of these to another. Oh, I skipped one. Why is this so hard? It's a terrible game I've made for myself. Oh, finally, people are showing up. Let's go. Sorry, mister. Ask someone else. I'm in a hurry. Sorry, but I don't want to be late for class. If you have any questions about our village, have you tried asking my papa? He's the mayor of the village, after all. Probably find him at home. Just enter through the arch-shaped gate. Just what road led to Hyrule becoming the place that it is today? I believe that in order for our children to have a bright future, they must first learn about the calamity. I'd be pleased if you joined us for today's lesson, Link. That's what I'm here for. We got to school and we sat there in our desks, and then the teacher just stood there for 30 solid minutes staring into space. Today's class will be a history lesson. The story of Hyrule is deeply intertwined with the calamity. And that is no exaggeration or embellishment. The calamity has been visited upon the land of Hyrule several times before. It was sealed away 10,000 years ago by the sacred princess and a hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness. Isn't that just a fairy tale? Over time, history and legend sometimes blur together. All this stuff about 10,000 years ago and such, who cares? You got any pictures or proof to back up this so-called 10,000-year-old calamity? It's no fairy tale, I assure you. These are real historical events. This is a problem. I'll need to show them some kind of depiction of the calamity from 10,000 years ago. Otherwise, this lesson is over before it begins. I'm sorry, Link, this isn't how I thought the lesson would go. If I had more foresight, I'd have borrowed the screen depicting the calamity from Lady Impa's Hall. Oh. Kakariko Village, where the hall is located, is also in Necluda, but it's too far to the northwest for a casual visit. If only I could show these children a detailed image of the screen depicting the calamity, I think they'd understand. Although I suppose it isn't Lady Impa's hall now, is it? More accurate to call it Lady Paya's hall. Oh my goodness. It's just silly because we were just there. And that's what's got me sort of shaking my head. Just attempted Super Mario Brothers, and yeah, save states will be used, Angela says. I was lucky to reach stage 2-3. Oh, stage 2-3 is the one with the flying fish. The whole level's made out of bridges, and the Cheep Cheeps come jumping up. Out of my way, everybody. I've got to take a picture and get back to school. I thought for sure stage 2 was going to be the end of me, but I got lucky. So, for this class, we'll be going over the Calamity again. Let's start by reviewing our last lesson. Mr. Simon, can you prove any of this?
Oh.
Isn't it more likely that over time history and legend started to blur together? Are we still talking about stuff that happened 10,000 years ago? Can you point to any paintings or images that actually show there was a calamity 10,000 years ago? I can see I'll have to actually show the class the screen depicting the calamity to move my lesson plan forward. What's this? A screen depicting the calamity. Class, please take note here. This is a rare opportunity to see a primary source regarding the calamity. Wow, this looks like the real thing. So the legend was true. That's amazing. You know, seeing this makes it feel like it might have happened yesterday. Well, if you've got documented proof, that's good enough for me. Go on, Mr. Simon. Tell us the rest of the story about the calamity. Of course. Thank you so much, Link. My lecture about the calamity might run long. I hope you'll stay for it anyway. The calamity has visited this land of Hyrule several times over. Over 10,000 years ago, there were divine beasts built by the Sheikah using their advanced technology. Each of them was controlled by a skilled pilot as well. With the sword that seals the darkness and the power of the sacred princess, the ancient hero stopped the calamity. For a long while after that, the lands of Hyrule knew peace. But the time when the people forgot about the calamity was the moment it returned to menace them once more. Tell us more. When did all this happen? This all happened about 100 years ago. It began with an oracle prophesying the calamity's return. The royal family took their cues from the legends of the past. They found and excavated the divine beast, skilled members of the Rito, Goron, Zora. and Gerudo peoples were selected to pilot them. They were called the Champions. With the wielder of the sword that seals the darkness and the sacred princess, all the pieces from the legend were in place. But this time the calamity would not be bested so easily. Did something happen? Sadly, the sacred princess was unable to awaken the holy power within her. The divine beasts were taken over by the calamity. Those selected to pilot them lost their lives in the process. Worse still, the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness was badly hurt. Just when all seemed lost, the sacred princess came into her power and devoted her whole being to keeping the calamity at bay for 100 years. Is everyone following along so far? After spending 100 years dormant, the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness awakened, his wounds healed. He won back the divine beast with the help of several allies, including some of the champion's descendants, and in the end, the hero defeated the calamity and the sacred princess stopped the evil one. Sorry I got a little emotional there at the end. It's a true story, though. All that we have, our land, our lives, our civilization, we owe it to those who fought for it through the centuries. Wow, I want to be like the ancient hero and give the next generation good lives too. It went splendidly. Words cannot convey my satisfaction. And I couldn't have done it without you, showing us the screen. Link, once again, thank you so much for your assistance. Oh, that's right. You should have something for your help. With this too? I got paid in rice. With the new vegetables being developed, they're harvesting less rice these days. That's a shame, as it's a favorite of mine. You should taste it for yourself, Link. Speaking of rice, our next subject is home economics. I plan to use the occasion to talk up dishes that use Hylian rice. Keep in mind, the last time I played this game, I believe I was a teenager, so I'm a tad rusty, Angela says. Probably the first game I ever played was, says. It's my first NES game, Angela says. As a little baby human person, was, says. Would have been the first NES game that I played. First video games I played were all Commodore 64 games, though. First time I played it was at a cousin's house. They had an NES. I fell in love with it, but the first time I played Mario was awful. Yet I was really good at Duck Hunt, despite never playing it before. I think that Duck Hunt is actually... Yeah, I think Duck Hunt's, like, more intuitive, right? I don't find it particularly easy, but, like... If you don't have familiarity with video games, like, the concept of a controller can be more intimidating than the toy gun, because it does what it looks like. The controllers are a bit more abstract. Good morning to you. Thank you for your contributions. History class is ordinarily a bit slow-paced for the children's taste. That last lesson may have been the first time I've seen them enjoying a history lecture so much. Our next class is home economics lesson. Naturally, you're free to sit in again if the subject interests you. Today's lecture is on home economics. Food is essential for our survival. A keen culinary sense can help you stay alive in this perilous world. I'd like to put a question to you all. What dish do you get by mixing Goron spice with Hylian rice and raw meat? Goron spice is the hot stuff they sell in Goron City in the northeast, right? If it's got Goron spice in it, the answer can't be anything but curry. But the only other thing in it is raw meat, right? So obviously, the answer has to be meat curry. Yes, that's correct. That one might have been on the simple side for all of you. How about this one then? Take Goron spice, Hylian rice, and mix in monster extract. What do you get then? Monster what? Aren't monster parts only used for medicines? Yeah, if you try to cook with monster parts, it's a disaster every time. No one would eat curry made with monster stuff. I call trick question. Hey, settle down, children. This lesson may be too advanced. In fact, combining monster extract, Goron spice, and Hylian rice makes monster curry. But judging from your skeptical faces, you won't believe me unless I can put a dish of it in front of you. I'd love to make some curry for them. I don't have any monster extract. I'm told this can be had in Terrytown up north in Akala. The other day I told the class that the only use for monster parts is to brew medicine. Today's lesson about monster extract may have been confusing for them. I wish I could make some real monster curry with Goron spice, Hylian rice, and monster extract. Well, we can do that. There was even a trackpad with the sports game bundled in with some NESs that came with Mario and Duck Hunt. Yeah. One of my friends when I was a kid had that version of Mario, Duck Hunt, and what was the other one? Track and Field with the pad. I don't recall enjoying the pad all that much. Yeah, it's like a Twister, but with NES buttons. Eating is believing, after all. Alas, right now I'm all out of monster extract. I'm told that it can be had in Terrytown up north. I think I have monster extract. I'm so confident that I'm just going to go ahead and set a pot down and assume... Yeah, I've got tons of monster extract. Hylian rice and Goron spice? Goron spice, I've got everything. Let's go. Monster curry. It's time to continue our lesson on home economics. If you take Goron spice, Hylian rice, and mix in monster extract, what do you get? The teacher's confused again. Mr. Simon, you're the one who taught us that monster parts should only be used for medicine. Yeah, if you try to cook with monster parts, it's a disaster every time. No one would eat curry made with monster stuff. I call trick question. How am I going to get through to them? That spicy scent is familiar. This is monster curry, the genuine article. Class, come and see here. This curry was prepared using monster extract. The color looks a little off. Oh, but it tastes better than I expected. Oh, you're right. If it doesn't have that... It doesn't have that monster musk I was worried about. So if you extract something special from monsters, you can use that for cooking. Delicious. That's right, everyone. Ordinarily, monster parts are only to be used in medicine, but monster extract can be used in meals as well. I'm so happy my lesson on the subject has finally sunk in. Thank you so much. See those solemn expressions on their faces? The children have matured a bit with today's lesson. You might not think yourself a teacher, Link, but you already taught them a great deal. I'm not much good at history, but you made it fun, Mr. Link. And the curry tasted great. I pretty much think of you as my teacher already anyway. Thanks, Mr. Link. Can't wait for our next lesson with you. You're a hit with the students, too. You've earned the right to use the school's field. That's the one behind the schoolyard. Space is limited, so you can't plant an entire farm back there, but use what we have to cultivate whatever you'd like. Uma typically tends the field. Why don't you talk to her to get things set up? Next time, I'm planning a test that will cover everything we've studied up to now. You're welcome to sit in any time. I hope you'll stay involved with our classes here. Alright, well, it looks like we've done well. I guess we should go get the last little piece of dialogue here. Thank you for making monster curry for the children. I'm sure they'll remember it well since it was such a hands-on experience. You know, a teacher's job extends beyond the classroom. No matter when or where, if you see children, you have a responsibility to them. Excuse me, but class is in session now. If you need to talk, please do so after we're finished. Alright. So, there's a field where we can plant our own food? Alright, well. think that's kind of it. Like, I know we've got, like, there's a ton of side quests left to do, and we'll come back for some of them someday, but I think we're about to go and try and fight Ganon. We'll, oh, before we leave here. How many arrows do I have? And we'll buy a few more. And yeah, let's do it. Thinking, well, these few extra arrows really going to help? But I mean, I don't think I'm going to need 300 arrows for the Ganon fight, but
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm definitely going to use up a bunch of them, and if we come back to the game at a later date, it would be nice to be not depleted. But not that we will be, I don't know. I'm in the habit of always buying a bunch of arrows. We'll buy a bunch of arrows, we'll do some cooking, and we'll go fight Ganon. That's what we'll do.
Ah. Ah. Oh. Ma. Hmm? Oh. Oh. Oh.
So when we hit credits in this game, unless something happens immediately post credits to set us on like another quest or like some post game content or something, like specifically putting us on the path to a new objective that opens or something like that. Unless that happens, we'll probably rest this game for quite a while. Because there are some like side quests and unfinished things, we might pick it up every now and then. Just to, you know, do some of those things. That are left, like, kind of slowly over time.
Oh.
But
Ah.
I don't know.
Oh.
Sessions of this game will be very, very few and very far between.
Oh.
I think at that point.
Oh.
We've done pretty much... I think we've done pretty much everything that can be considered, like, major content. I've still got like half the bubble frogs left to collect. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm still missing that many caves. It seems like I shouldn't be able to take 10 steps without falling into a cave, considering how many bubble frogs I have left, and yet I don't have the foggiest idea where to look. Alright, iron shroom, pumpkin. I don't think I have any armor. Armoranth. Mighty. Iron. And some salt. Let's go. Well, that was terrible. I didn't have any. Oh. Mighty is not the same as iron. That was my fault. My brother-in-law was addicted to the Hokey Pokey, Pokemon says. It was a tough couple years, but he turned himself around. Well done. A tomato, mushroom, herb, bass, salt. I don't know what what I'm making. I'm just just throwing stuff together and just see what happens. I can't carry any more meals. Bogus. It's President Unobo's friend. President Unobo told us to smash the faces of any monsters that get in Lookout Landing. He says face smashing is Goron tradition. Even if that Demon King guy came, we'd smash his face real good, so don't worry. Alright, my friends, I hope we're ready. The Demon King is in the deepest reaches of the depths, far beneath Hyrule Castle. There's nothing else I can do now. I'll let the sages know right away once you're headed to where the Demon King is, so don't worry. Princess Zelda's final wish. Please hit the Demon King right in the face for me. Alright, I think the best way to get there is going to be from above. If you need an arc, I know a guy. Alright, here we go. Is this it? Is this really the end? going where I thought I was. I might want some friends. I don't think we need to fight, you know, every little enemy. Oh my goodness, a Lionel? A gloomy Lionel? Is there something cool over here? Nope, that's just a light on the wall. Oh, that was not shaped like I thought it was. But you know, Bo, come back here. Okay, maybe I don't need everybody active at the same time. I gotta get out of here. I know where this is. Have a great rest of the night, Pokemons. Have I pointlessly gone in a circle? No. Actually, let's take a moment. Let's go hide out over here. we're not stopping. Thought it'd be good to save, though. I'm going to step away for just a moment, my friends. I'm going to take a very short BRB before we really dive into this situation any further. So sorry to leave you in suspense, but I will be back as swiftly as I can, and we'll try and get this adventure wrapped up. Thank you for being with me so far, and if you want to see how this where this leads to, just stand by. I'll be right back.